Hello, and welcome back to the Benjinators Let's Play Chrono Trigger. This is part 8, and we are in the midst of a jailbreak. So we were actually accused of kidnapping the princess. It was a trial in which we were found innocent, but the Chancellor, who obviously has it out for us, for Chrono at least, decided that he would tell the jail keep that I was bound for execution, and so I was originally set to be executed in 3 days, but using my clever tactics of clawing at the cage and just getting the guard angry at me, and then stabbing him in the back when he wasn't looking because he forgot to take away my sword, we have managed to escape. And so now we're going to be exploring the dungeons of the Guardia Castle. So this is actually one of my favorite parts of the game because for the most part, I feel like this dungeon is a little bit different than a lot of the average RPG fare and so forth. Just something that's a little bit different. So I think that's kind of cool. And I'll show you in just a little bit why this one aspect is a little bit different. See that guard? If you sneak up behind him, you can hit him in the back of the head like that. And I believe, yeah, you can pick up... Oh, you can't pick up anything. But anyway, you can actually do that to guards in here. We saw in the last video that you can actually fight them too. They do count as enemies, but if you can avoid doing that, that's fine. Alright, we got an ether. Got ourselves a mid-tonic. Another mid-tonic. And another ether. Ether, whatever you want to call it. Mid-tonics will become your friend in the next part of the game, now that our HP is getting up. And who's this? Oh, that guy looks kind of scary. Oh, I guess word travels fast, huh? People already know we've escaped. Well, if that's the truth, then they're not exactly sending the Marines in. They're just sending one dude. I mean, he's a big guy, but I think he's handleable. Yeah, this guy can actually barely hit you. If he does, you're in trouble, because he will reduce you to 1 HP, but if you can avoid getting hit, see, he dies pretty quickly. Yeah, he doesn't die, but... yeah, he does that, and then he runs away. It's kind of amusing, I guess. Yeah, anyway, this is an interesting little dungeon. Yeah, just there's a lot of RPGs where it's just kind of like you're traveling from one location to another. You kind of know what your long-term objective is. And, you know, there's like your average ice dungeons and desert dungeons and things like that. Oh, these guys, I'm going to fight them, but you can actually walk through them if you want, as I just did. Yeah, the blue shields. These guys are kind of interesting because you actually have to wait. You have to sit here and wait for them to do a turnaround. Because there's actually enemies hidden behind there, see? The Yoda D. And once they show themselves, that's when you can attack. If you attack beforehand, it won't do much damage at all. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind. There we go, another Yodu D. You're gonna die. And there we go, perfect. Yeah, so this is, yeah, I guess it's just different. Getting put on trial, getting thrown in a dungeon, and then escaping. I know that the whole, like, escape from prison thing is fairly popular in a lot of RPGs, but back in 1995, there were very few of them that did it well, and this, I believe, was one of them. Oh. Huh. Uh-oh. Where is that flame going? That's not good. Oh, crap. Yep, and that is a living dead creature with a spear. I believe yeah, his name is Dissident. It's kind of clever, I guess. Fortunately, these guys are easy. Not too difficult. Yeah, the enemies here are not too challenging. To be perfectly honest, Chrono Trigger doesn't really become challenging probably until about halfway through the game. There's a few hiccups here and there before then that give you a little bit of a headache, but for the most part, if you keep an eye on your HP, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, let's go take care of these guys. Yeah, not too difficult. I do kind of like how they have the nice little lateral running across towers thing though. That's pretty nifty. Anyway, here this is a part that really kind of tests your covert skills, I suppose. You know, you want to try to knock one of these guys out without being seen by one of them, and it can be a little bit challenging sometimes. But you got this dude, and for sneaking up on him, you get yourself a mid-tonic. So, voila. Actually, let me just check my inventory for a second because it might be all funky. I want to see just how much stuff I've got. Alright, so we got 3 mid-tonics. That's not too bad. Probably some stuff I'm going to sell later, but now's not the time for that. No sense doing trade when you're in prison. So this guy is actually a little bit difficult. You have to be pretty careful. The last time I tried this, he actually snuck up on me. So, oh crap. Yep. All right, so that was a fail on my part, but thankfully those guys are not too difficult. If they were hard enemies, then I'd be much more inclined to try to avoid them. Who's this guy? Oh, he's get his head in a guillotine. All right, might as well help a fellow prisoner out. When you're jailbreaking, you might as well do some good. Fritz, huh? All right, well, I'll stop by then. Good luck getting out of here by yourself. Some games. Another mid-tonic, and there's another little passage in here. I wonder what fate awaits for us here. Okay, so treasure chest. And let's try if we can run out of here. I guess not. There have been times where I've actually managed to run out of this room before the skeletons arise. I think the trick is to keep the message up, like the message that says "get you got bronze nail," and then you can actually run out. I think that's how I did it, but oh well. I did it the honorable way. I didn't glitch the I didn't glitch it out, so oh well. Anyway, yeah, there's a couple more of those skeleton creatures here, and then later on there's actually a more difficult version, a couple dungeons from now, where you fight skeletons again, but they're a little bit more difficult. You can only hit them with techs. You can't hit them with physical attacks. But those guys, the Descendants, not too shabby. Anyway, I believe that there's another guard up here that you have to avoid. See if we can sneak by him. This one's a little bit difficult. He's kind of stubborn. Oh, all right. Come on. There we are. Perfect. Yep. All I gotta do is try to sneak by him. There you go. Excellent. All right. So, this dungeon is kind of split into two sectors. Now we're going to the second one. So, it's gonna look familiar, but it's not gonna be exactly the same. See? Look familiar? Thought so. Yeah, I got the two shields. You got a passage right here. So let's see what's down here. Open the door. Alright, here we go. I got a shelter. Perfect. And let's see if we can help this poor guy out in this dungeon right here. Save another suffering soul. I guess that's a dead soul. It's a good thing he's not a it's a good thing he didn't rise up from the dead like his cousin in the other cell. Alright, let's see if I can squeeze right between these two guys. I guess not. Yeah, there's kind of a trick to getting by those guys. Sometimes I can pull it off, sometimes I can't. It really just depends. Anyway, so let's check on what's going on up here. Cell with nothing in it. Interesting. And this one's already open. And it looks like looks like someone broke down the wall. Maybe the prisoners was like the Hulk or something. He just decided to break through the stone. It's possible. You never know what kind of people they hole up in here. Alright, so here we go. Got a shelter. And if you actually climb down this hole right here, get to go to one of the cells that we weren't able to access earlier. I don't believe I opened the door to it, but it wouldn't have mattered because it would only open halfway. So, here we go. We got a load sword, which you've already got, but we can sell it. And 1,500 gold. So, good stuff. Then you just try to crawl back up. Fairly easy. Go back outside. Hopefully you don't fall off. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how high this castle is, because when I think about the future events of this game, if Crono could have just jumped off this tower and survived, could have saved himself a lot of heartache. But then again, well, I won't get into that. But it's interesting to think about, just how high that tower actually was. All right, now I think we're almost out of here, so we're getting pretty close. Let's go up here. And yeah, this is pretty close to the end of the dungeon. Not too long. And we got to fight these guys. That was actually kind of a fun battle. Got 2 critical hits in a row. Never a bad thing, especially with Chrono. Yep, I'm coming for you, butler man. Oh, well, huh? Oh, it's Luca. Cool. Just coming to rescue me. And no, having a little extra help is not a bad thing. Yeah, let's blow this joint. All right, so talk to the dead butler. Mid-tonic. 5 mid-tonics. Definitely not bad. Anyway, I'm going to use the save point just to heal up. Alright, it's time to blow this popsicle stand. Let's get moving. Alright, so we're going to be hopefully making it out of here without any disruptions. What is that noise? That doesn't sound good. Yeah, even Luke is scared. What? Luca, please tell me what that is. You're the mechanical expert. I have no idea. Dragon tank? Oh, that's not good. Alright, so now we're facing off against the dragon tank. One of the one of the more interesting bosses in this game, that's for sure. It's actually composed of 3 different parts, so it makes him a little bit more challenging than some of your other bosses, but really for the most part, he's not too difficult. You have to make sure you take out that head first. It's obviously, as you can see, it keeps restoring HP to the rest of the body, so that's definitely not something you want to leave alive. I actually believe that Fire Whirl is mostly ineffectual, so this is a battle where you're actually better off just using your kind of your standard attacks and keeping up your healing. Just make sure, keep an eye on Chrono. Nice little critical hit there. And so with any luck, you should be able to take it down pretty quickly. The annoying thing about him is that he has a lot of, because he has a lot of different parts, he basically gains a lot of different attacks. So it kind of feels like he gets about 7 turns off of you, which can be aggravating just like that. Missiles fall by fire, but the more parts you take down, the easier it'll be. See, head's already gone, so that takes care of most of our trouble there. And the wheels, what the wheels will do is that's essentially its special attack. The wheels can do a attack that devastates both party members. And even though Luca's gun isn't that effective, it has kind of nice auxiliary support, so to speak. I'm kind of curious about the width of the platform we're on. I kind of feel like we're like walking on like an oak plank or something. Like if they wanted to make like a ridiculously hard version of this game, they could make it so you have to like kind of maintain your balance. I don't know if you guys have played the game, what is it, Indigo Prophecy, but you have to do stuff like that all the time. Like you have to hit the R and the L button in perfect synchronization in order to beat certain puzzles. And there's one time where you're actually walking on a plank, and if you don't keep your balance, you fall off. You know, it's in the middle of like a winter snowstorm, and you're trying to kill you're trying to, not kill, you're trying to save your girlfriend from an uncertain death. And it took me like 70 turns to get it. It's for the PS2. I totally recommend that game, if you haven't played it. But anyway, back to Chrono Trigger. Yeah, the only thing the Dragon Tank can do right now is actually shoot lasers at you. That's about the extent of its abilities, so if you can just not die, you're pretty much in good shape. Even though it does get 2 attacks. Thankfully, we did get some pretty good armor for both of these guys, or at least the strongest that you can get at this point, so that's kind of helpful. If we were both all wearing hide tunics, this would be a much more difficult battle. Although I have heard about a challenge for this game where you can just use all the initial equipment. That's supposed to make the game a little bit more difficult, but in all honesty, it's actually quite difficult to make this game more difficult. There have been challenges out there, but I don't know. Just the mechanics of this game make it so that it's hard to figure out ways to make it harder. I mean, I suppose you could just use only melee attacks, but that would just be boring. Anyway, that's the end of the Dragon Tank. And Luca gains a level. And now we get to see Crono finish it off. Watch this. Yep, jumps back. Whee! Stab. Yep, like a sir. Puts his katana away like nothing happened. But you're gonna try to fix it as it's exploding. That's usually not how it works. Have you ever tried to fix a car while the engine's on fire? It doesn't work like that. Anyway, so thanks to the the handheld bridge by the butlers and Chancellor, we've managed to get across, and now we're walking down. Any more treasure chests here? You're not going to be back at this castle for a while, so don't forget to grab the chest. Oh crap, the butler saw us. Breakthrough! Alright, so yeah, we're gonna you have to run, and you can outrun the butlers, but they'll eventually catch up to you. And then, oops, stop. Oh, the princess has come to save us. At long last. Hey, Marley, what's up? Looking nice in that green dress again. Yeah, show me some respect. I just killed a dragon tank. Apparently they can't, even though butlers are supposed to take orders. I refuse to believe that those soldiers are actual soldiers. They're pretty much butlers. Uh-oh. Here comes the king, though. Oh, that's not the king. That's the chancellor. How'd he get there? Oh, now he's introducing the king. I see how it is. Well, I guess your dad outranks you, so whatever he says goes. Yeah, sometimes it sucks to be a princess. Not a bad comeback. Strange ideas. It's called common sense. That's one of her better lines. Don't disobey me. Aw. Don't use the word despise. Come on. Alright, I guess we're going then. Come on, Luca, catch up. Ah! He's so irritated. Yes, send the butlers after me. They may make us do dishes or make beds. Aw, the king's sad. Sad king. Sad king is sad. Well, anyway, we still have to continue running from them. From the butlers. I mean, they either look like butlers or like, you know, World War or Civil War Union soldiers reenactors without the hats. Anyway, you just have to run this way. You can try talking to them and pushing them back like this, but it doesn't really do much. Pretty much your only choice is to keep running. And voila! We're at a dead end, but look, there's a blue thing! Yep, Lucas sees it. A gate. Ooh. Maybe it'll take us somewhere fun. Like the 1970s. Nah, just kidding. The 1970s weren't that fun. Well, sort of. Yeah, we have no idea where it's going to take us, Marley. Yeah, this place is kind of crappy. Getting chased by butlers and dragon tanks and getting thrown in jail for no reason. I'm kind of siding with Marley at the moment. Uh-oh. What? How does that old guy have so much energy? He runs like an Olympic decathlete or something. This whole game is completely irrational. Don't worry about it. Alright, I guess we have to go in here. Actually, one thing you might notice, though, is this chest. Yep, you'll be able to get it. You'll be able to worry about it later. But anyway, here we go. Once again, jumping through a mysterious portal. Well, at least this time we have the key, though. That kind of helps. Last time we were just kind of thrown into it by accident, in quotations. But now there's at least a little bit more of a method to our madness. So let's see where this takes us. Woo! Okay, we're in a very dark place. The impact must have been pretty bad. Yeah, the Chancellor's long gone. Where are we? Civilization seems so advanced. Well, we are in apparently a new location. We have absolutely no idea what's going on. So what is this place? What the kinds of things we're going to find here? You're going to have to find out in the next episode by the Benjinators Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Thanks a bunch, you guys, for watching. Whoever you are out there, sometime in the future when I have this posted and finally get some viewers at some point. I hope you're enjoying it so far, and I'll see you next time.